So we are here at Utah Beach, and we're just about to go inside La Roosevelt. I hear there's a bunch of World War II veterans in there. We're going to see if we can grab their stories. And again, you can check us out on social media at USA Warrior Stories on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. And don't forget to visit our website, usawarriorstories.org. USA Warrior Stories is a not-for-profit organization designed to record, archive, and share videos of veteran stories, to help veterans make a connection with one another, and to help us all better understand their sacrifices for our freedoms. Is this your name right here?
I hope so.
That's his name right there. We got that, Ross? Okay, Marvin, tell us a little bit about your service.
Well, I landed here on Utah Beach in the years 1942. One of the first, second wave that landed here with my troops. And I'm back here to pay homage to their life that was lost on the beachhead. And now I'm just about 100 years old now. Sort of 2 months. So I'm still alive, but not to celebrate, but to honor, because they gave their lives here in France and for the new and younger generation. So I'm here to celebrate me, that I'm alive, to be able to say thank them for their service that they gave up in death. And so it's a very emotional of my life to be here at 100 years old, to see what we fought so hard for, and then not here to celebrate the victory that the American troops have won, and then not here to say thank you for your service. But I'm here to represent them, and that's very important. Yeah.
Well, you're an inspiration, sir. Can you tell us what unit you fought with? What you served with?
The 458 anti-aircraft automatic weapon.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
I hope you enjoy the rest of your journey.
I certainly am, and certainly I have received the Legion of Honor. I don't know where you. No, back here.
Let's see. Oh my God.
I've been busy.
There you go. Nice. Holy, look at that. Yeah, let me get your jacket out of here. Wow, that's unbelievable, sir. That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're truly a treasure, sir. Thank you for being here, and thank you for spending a few minutes with us. Really appreciate that.
Bill Soule, S-O-U-L-E.
Thank you, Bill.
That's a French name.
Tell me a little bit about your service, sir.
We landed in Omaha. From there we went in, fought the battle all the way through France, up to Belgium, the Battle of the Bulge. Then we landed up in Germany, and the Rhineland in Germany. We went as far as 20 miles from Berlin, and that's where we stopped. Yeah. So it was an artillery. Did a lot of battles in the artillery. Yeah.
And where'd you come from? Where's your home, sir?
Oh, Massachusetts.
Tell me a little bit about who you served with and what you
George Patton.
You served Patton's.
Remember Patton? Remember him?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I didn't know him personally, but I do.
Well, I didn't either. I kept the hell away from that guy.
And what was your job, sir?
Field artillery.
Field artillery.
Yeah. The big gun.
Yeah.
155 caliber. The biggest gun we had over there at the time. Coming off the landing craft, we had to attach a cable where the Sherman tank would pull them off the landing craft. And when you got it on the beach, it would sink right into the water, like the sand,
Yeah.
We pulled it out of there.
Wow.
And we got off the beach as fast as we could.
Sure.
We didn't stay around. But that beach was unbelievable. all the Atlantic crowds are coming in at once. They're trying to get them unloaded, you know. It was a hell of a mess, I'll tell you. We did it.
What does it mean to you to be here?
A big honor. A big honor. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to come. I was only 18 years old at the time, you know. Somebody had to do it, you know. Yeah.
Well, we thank you for your service, sir. We thank you for everything.
He was here too.
We're going to talk to him right now. Yeah. How old are you?
100.
You're 100. When was your birthday?
November.
In November. Well, happy birthday and many, many more. Enjoy the rest of your trip.
This was yesterday.
Your birthday was yesterday, sir?
Yes.
Oh my God! Happy birthday.
100 years old.
You were 100 years old yesterday. What's your name, sir?
Franklin Simon, and I'm from Boston.
And Mr. Simon, tell us a little bit about your service.
Well, I was in the service 4 years, the Army, and landed in Omaha Beach, and all 5 battles, and wounded 3 times, 3 Purple Hearts, 2 Bronze Stars with Valor, and the Silver Star Medal.
Wow.
And then I got a bunch of foreign medals, the French Croix de Guerre, and just right over here.
Yeah, I can see.
French
You're
Croix
well
de Guerre
decorated.
and Legion of Honor, and so there it is.
There it is. And have you been to any of the commemorations over the years? Or?
I went to the 70th,
You went to the 70s?
and I visited France a few times since then.
And what do you think about this year's commemoration so far?
I think this is the last one. I don't think there'll be any of us left to really commemorate. And I think it's very important that we make a lot of news releases on this, because the young people today don't study the World War II in history at school, and many of them don't even know what the war was all about. So I think it's very important, because the number of veterans that are still around are very few. We're what they call the greatest generation, and I think it's true. And
What is that, Tim? Is that a large or small?
that's the way it goes.
Wow. Tell us a little bit. What was your job? I mean, you were in the infantry.
I was a machine gunner in K Company, 328th Infantry, and then I was also headquarters company, what they call S2, a forward scout, a forward scout in 3rd Battalion. Our job was to go ahead of the regiment or the battalion and scout out the enemy or enemy placements, and call it into headquarters so that everybody would be prepared. Things aren't the way they are today with the iPhone and all that stuff. In those days, we were lucky to have a walkie-talkie that worked. And if you did have a telephone that you had a crank, you had to wire it, and the Germans would cut the wires anyway. So it was difficult for communication, so naturally being in the field was very important as a scout.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure to speak with you.
Christy Fear.
And sir, tell me a little bit about your service.
I fought with the 26th Division. I was in I Company.
And what was your job, sir?
Infantry.
Infantry. Wow. And can you tell me a little bit about did you land at Utah Beach? Did you?
I don't know what beach, but I landed at one of them.
And tell me a little bit about why you came for this 80th celebration.
I just wanted to get away from home for a little bit.
Where do you come from? Where do you live back at home?
I lived in Charlottesville, Pennsylvania.
Wow. And how old were you when you got drafted?
18.
Wow. And where'd you go to boot camp, sir?
South Carolina.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for your time. Andrew, we were just inside, and it was pretty crowded in there, and we were talking to some of the World War II gentlemen that Andrew's traveling with here for the 80th commemoration of D-Day. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this journey you're taking with them?
So this all started when I got back from Iraq and Afghanistan, and I traveled the country with an M1 Garand. And I was trying to get as many signatures as possible on this M1 Garand. And I ended up meeting over 400 World War II veterans, but what I discovered was half the men I was meeting had never returned to the battlefields they served on. So I thought it was a good idea to not only pair them up with veterans I served with in Iraq and Afghanistan and bring them back to the battlefield as a therapeutic mission, and it exploded. I ended up writing a book about it called The Rifle. It became a #1 bestseller because it all stemmed from that M1 Garand rifle, but even better is being shoulder to shoulder with these guys, looking at their foxholes, the towns they liberated, the beaches they stormed with fellow Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, and I am the happiest man on earth when I do that stuff. So we just spent an hour on Utah Beach before we hydrated ourselves. So today we brought Marvin Gilmore, who was one of the first black men to land on Utah Beach. He was with a segregated unit, also known as the 458th Anti-Aircraft Battalion. They came aboard Utah Beach a couple days after the main invasion, set up their anti-aircraft batteries, but of course, as a segregated unit, they ended up dished out with Graves registration, driving British officers around, that sort of thing. So we've been, primarily today's been Marvin's day. We've been bringing him back to his AO, his area of operation. And after this, we're going to go to Ravenville, and we're going to honor a bunch of paratroopers that were killed during the D-Day landings, the D-Day drops in 1944 there. So our veterans are going to be guests of the Ravenville Monument today.